What if we want to look at yes, product ID is very important, but we don't just want to look at the sum in itself. We want to look at the average. Now, average. What do? You come to the values, you see sum of sales there, then there's a arrow that goes down. Just click on it. Then value field settings. Then you can see count, you can see average, you can see maximum, minimum, product, count number. But let's look at the average. By average, we mean the mean. So we have that. So now this is the average of the product ID according to the region. Now, we are not just interested in the product, we are not just interested in the number of sales now. We now want to see, okay, how many units of this product are they buying? So we now look at the units comes in. So don't forget that the unit is in numeric numbers. You don't put it in filter, you don't put it in the columns, you don't put it in regions, you take it to what? To values. So now look at it now. Let me move my sales and focus on the units. Okay. So you know that A1021. Okay, let me bring in my sales again. I want to quickly do some little stuff. Now let's take A101 first of all as a case study. Now when we come to units, we don't sum units, we count the units. So which means that the major statistics for units is count. So we click on that arrow again, value field settings, and go to count. So count the numbers of units being sold. Now count of units being sold. Now in the east, count of units being sold is 7, and the sum of sales is 29. Now let me change it back to let me change it back to my dollars. Commercials, okay, currency, okay. All right, so we have sum of sales, we have the counts. Now I'm a statistician. So I would begin to look at it. Okay, we have count of units and we have sum of sales. So the question I begin to ask myself is this: if 7 units of A101 gives me $2,077, so how much exactly is 1 unit of A101? $425 per unit. Now if we now say, okay, let us even calculate all others, then we can now know the price of each product. Maybe, for example, the reason why A101 has an increase in price, has an increase of sales in the east, is because the price is more lower than other products. That's something that the marketer would like to know. Does it mean that maybe the reason why they are buying these products more is because the price is lower than our prices? Is it that you can reduce the price in terms of that to make it competitive? But one thing I found out is that if you are a business person, you will notice that actually if you have a lower price, is good. But when people test the quality of the product, also determines if they will actually go for a product. Now, for example, let's say our A101 is Pick Milk and B102 is Cowbell. Why are people going for Cowbell more than Pick Milk? You should know that Pick Milk is more costly than Cowbell, and yet they are giving us the same. I'm not sure that there's something so big about Cowbell or about Pick Milk that makes the price more higher. But you notice that one of the things that Pick Milk also work on is the advertisement, is their brand, and people are really wow. Beyond the price, the advertisement, their branding is wow. Just producing values and giving us values. Nobody is interested in your values. They want to see the insight you can bring out from the values and the solution that you can bring out from it. Because we are in a competitive world.